Vamos a hablar de la diferencia de estos verbos que en inglés significan to know. Los dos significan to know. Entonces, ¿cuál es la diferencia? Y les doy ejemplos para conocer las diferencias. Okay, so vamos a enfocar in the meaning because it's beyond just translating the verb to mean you know or do you know or I know. Es más específico, and then we'll figure out this. So, empecemos con Serena Williams. Y Serena Williams sabe jugar el tenis muy bien. So what does this mean when we refer to Serena Williams? Sabe jugar el tenis muy bien. Or Tiger Woods sabe jugar al golf muy bien. Pablo?
Well, just a little fact.
Sí.
Her last major that she won, she was pregnant.
Increíble. I have a friend who's having a baby tomorrow, and she is a competitive runner and ran the bridge run. That was like 2 weeks ago. I know. Yes, but she's going to have the baby, and then you'll see abs, like a six pack, like she's holding her baby, and she'll still have the six pack. Serena Williams sabe jugar tenis muy bien, embarazada, pregnant. What's it saying? Sabe jugar al tenis muy bien. She knows how to play. So when we use this verb, when we know how to do something, like in my question, sabes prepararlo. Context clue on the super site. Of course, you're going to have to choose between saber and conocer. If you see an infinitive, leer, hablar español, jugar al golf, or whatever, you know it's the verb saber because we use saber with infinitives to express knowing how to do something. ¿Entienden? Ok, vamos con otro ejemplo. Steve Jobs está muerto, pero conocía bien la tecnología. Conocía, so this is past tense, but that's okay, even if it's in past tense. What's it saying? What do we know about Steve Jobs and technology? He knew it very well, but it's more than just he knew it. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much invented it. He was very familiar. Very familiar. So when I asked you if you knew your region or your state's typical dish, I wanted to know if you were really familiar. Not do you know what it is, but are you familiar with it? As in, you've had it before. Pablo?
Couldn't you say Serena Williams is
Conoce tenis. Yeah, she knows the game really well. You sure could. You could use conocer with tenis in terms of she's so familiar with how the game works and things like that. Absolutely. But knowing how to play would be saber because we use saber with infinitive. What about with, well, this is a little dated because Oprah, you all know who Oprah is, right? Okay, thank goodness. Conoce a muchas personas famosas. Michael Jackson, Tom Cruise, Beyonce, Lady Gaga. So when we say conoce a muchas personas famosas, we're saying what? She knows them, but what is this implying? She's met them, exactly. So we might know who the new president is for College of Charleston, but we would use saber with that when we say we know who he is, but conocer, has anybody met him? No, so we wouldn't use conocer with him. And notice, again, super site, why did I get this wrong? Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to know I needed that letter? You need that before people when they're objects. Okay, this is dated, sorry, but a couple of elections ago, Sarah Palin was saying, I can see Russia from my house. Actually, Tina Fey said that when did y'all ever watch Tina Fey's impersonation? It's one of the best impersonations ever. Sarah Palin sabe dónde está Rusia, which is saying what? She knows where. Context clue. So if after the blank you have an infinitive, it's saber. After the blank, if you have a question word, quién, cómo, por qué, cuándo, dónde, and you know it's a question mark or a question word because it has the accent on the vowel in the question word, then it's going to be saber. Sí.
I used to live down the road from where she lived.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Alaska?
She actually couldn't see Russia.
She could not see Russia from her house. Lindsay Lohan, sorry, this is dated. Conoce bien la corte.
This is awesome. This is court?
Sí, señor. Conoce bien la corte. See, what is this indicating?
She's been in court.
Well, yes, like she's been there. Exactly. So when we use it with places, it indicates that they've been there. We all know what court is, but that's different. That's information. Sabemos que es corte. But conocer la corte, that indicates like I've been there. I had a friend who went to Costco with his family all the time, and he was like Spanish speaker, and he was like, Costco nos conoce. Like Costco knows us because we go so much. So you can use it with places. Anderson Cooper sabe mucho de reportar. Another context clue. Mucho means what? A lot or much. A lot. A lot about something. And then we have our infinitive. So to clarify, these words both mean to know in English, but saber is information. Okay? That's truly what distinguishes. Do you know who the president is? Do you know how to make, your region's typical dish? Do you know how to play golf? That's information. Do you know when the final exam is? Saber, saber, saber. Okay? However, conocer is familiarity. Like having been somewhere, having met somebody. Students at College of Charleston conoce Oaks. Estudiantes de la Universidad de Texas no conocen para nada Oaks. ¿Entienden? Or like, una abuela de 80 años no conoce Instagram, por ejemplo. Okay? So, careful with this. One last thing before we wrap up. They're irregular and they're yo forms, which isn't difficult for saber because why? Sé, no sé. Have you ever heard that before? No, yo no sé. Which means what? I don't know. Like if I ask you a pregunta, profeseta, no sé. Conozco. Careful with the spelling in the yo form. Z-C-O. Conozco. All the other forms are completely regular. Y eso es todo, chicos. Okay?